I told you I wasn't going to show you what this looked like until I got done. But hey, just to point out, see this thing here? This is the metal trim edge that goes around the brick, and usually they do that. See this one here? Here's the metal, and it's down kind of low, and it's away from the brick. I'll probably end up having to work on that one. See how low it is? That should be flush right up to the edge, and they've done that all the way around the brick and around the grass. The grass has grown up over the edge, and like I say, 25-year-old house is what you're going to get. Now this, see how nice this one is along the edge? It wasn't like that before, and I made videos of that and how to take that out and bend it and stuff, and I only went up to there. This is what it looked like before, and see how it's all pushed up at an angle, and see how it's all bent up here and stuff. That's because I haven't fixed from there to there, but I'll get to that. But since I'm working over here, I had messed with this one a little bit earlier when I tore out some of the tree roots, because this whole thing was raised way up, about maybe 3 inches higher than it is now. It was all up high, all the way down here. I ended up taking that out, put it back in, but I can see that when I get ready to fix all this, I'm going to need to fix this, and see how there's a gap right there. And I look over here and see how far from here over it went. So I know if I remove this, I can slide it back over there, and I'm going to end up doing that. And this thing is it's just a continuous piece, and then it's got this metal, and it's angled like that and cut so that you can bend this to whatever contour. See that? There's a long spike nail. See this one here? Look, they stick up because that's what happens after years. And I'll show you what one of those spikes looks like. Okay, if I can, yeah, I got one here because I took these up before. Look how long that is. My word, that's how long those are. See, here's some extra ones, and so before, as I'm backfilling this, I then have to take some rocks, you know, along this edge, because remember, this just was a drop off. So I'm gonna take some rocks and put them along here to build this up. You see, and I'll do this all the way along here, and then I'll fill this in with some other little bits of gravel and stuff, okay, that I have, so that when I have this all backfilled, then I can remove this. I'll pull these spikes up out of here, and I'll rearrange this prior to see I'm done with all of the dirt backfill. You see, and I'll do that. I'm not going to do it. I'm just gonna get the rocks down in there, all along there, over to in here, and then I'll move this dirt over, and then I'll dig in there, decide if I have to chop out some more roots. Once I figure out that I don't have any more roots to chop out here or anything like that, some of this dirt obviously it has to be lowered, because the decomposed granite is going to go from here down 2.5 inches. Well, I got to dig some of that dirt out of there anyways, and then I'll get it down in like that, and I'll take some other rocks that I have, and see over here. I'm not sure what we're going to do over here yet. I had this all dug up to try to find the leak. When I actually found the leak over there, finally inside the grass, I was digging up around here and stuff. But see, I can take this gravel stuff and some of these rocks and shove those down in there, and that's what I ended up doing along this edge because I had this dug straight down because there's a pipe, there's an irrigation drain line. It stops right there where this is, down in there. It stops there, and it's got perforated bits in it, so that any water that comes off of here, it runs into the perforation. That pipe goes along here, it zigzags over here. This downspout, I tied into it with a T, and then it goes on down that way. Whereas before, there was a pipe that went on here, and then it just went to the top of there, and it just zipped like this and landed on top of the driveway. I didn't like that. It was kind of funky. Because I was doing all this other work here, I thought, hey, I'm just going to dig it in. I'll just put an extension piece on there. Then I had a T, tied it in there, and ran it there. I've got that on my videos too. Okay, but I can use some of this dirt and the sand and rock mix, so to speak. Shove that all along here after I get this dug down. Okay. So as I'm backfilling this, any bits of rocks, more rocks that I see like that, I'll end up throwing over there, and that's fine. See, stuff like this, I can just, and I'm gonna pack that in, and because if I don't, it doesn't, these nails have nothing to grab onto, and the dirt's not solid. And once I get all that, I'll have to let that settle for a few weeks before I mess on digging this up and realigning this metal on over to there, so that the long nails will stick down in there to something. Okay, because right now they're not really sticking into hardly anything. As you saw, this was a straight drop off. Okay, and even here, if there was a nail there, it could blow out this side of this, and this has to be dug down to the bottom edge of the metal, anyways. But see, and then I'll just run that flush to that, but I'll have it flush with the top of the brick or just slightly below it. See, right now this one's up. And I know later on down the road, a big root was from there, went all along here, and it lifted this stuff up, and it actually grew right down in here, and it spread that. And I had to dig the root out as it is. The root is still in there from here over. You can see how high the grass is raised up above the brick, whereas before it was flush. And so this has to be pushed down. This drain line has shoved in sideways because the grass is lifted up, because the roots from this tree has lifted this grass up all along here. And before I get everything done, you know, I can still do all this, but I know eventually I still want to pull this grass up from here up to about here, along here, and I can peel it up in strips about, you know, 16 inches wide, strip it up. Then I can dig out the root that's still here. Granted, that root is not doing anything now, it's dead because I got it chopped off. Okay, but I want this grass to be down lower. I want the trim to be showing where it's supposed to be. And I want this lower, and I want this drain up higher. You can see how it's kicked down at an angle. And the grass, look how high up the grass is right there. It shouldn't be like that. So I'm going to end up fixing all that, but I don't have to fix that until I get all this done. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do about that, and then I'll get this flush better. I'll get it, you know, as close as I can right in there. I knew I was going to have to work on this a little bit more because I already had this pulled up once upon a time, because there were two big old roots went through there. You know, there were this big one, and I think one of these other ones too was chopped down too. Okay, so different things you've got to work on, you've got to think about. And hey, like I said, 25-year-old house, if you've got certain things to do, you might as well do it right. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing things right. I'm backfilling right. I'm getting the rocks down in there. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix the rest of these roots. I'm gonna fix all the drippers. I've got the drip. See how I've got the drip up out of the dirt now, and I don't know where I'm gonna go with that. I can always cut that off and cap it off if I don't use it. I can cut it off, put a coupling, and run the bubbler over further, whichever direction, depending where we decide to have plants and all that kind of stuff. And of course, I'm not going to use all these. 3 of those may be for drippers around the tree now, you know, or 4. I could do 4 if I wanted, you know, a dripper every quarter of the way around the tree. And then if there's anything else growing around there, plant wise, the dripper will hit it. So hey, I got lots of options now where I've got these. I just got to make sure to raise those up where the dirt is, and then later, you know, it'd be easy enough to dig little trenches with my hammer, with my stiff putty knife, and get those down below the dirt, depending where I end up needing them, because I only need to have those below the dirt by a little bit before the weed block. I'll put weed block through this whole thing after I decide where to put all the plants. And so the drippers will be, first I'll do the plants, then I'll do the drippers to where the plants are, and the drippers to the tree, and then I'll make sure the dirt is exactly where I want it. Then I'll put weed block, and then I'll put the decomposed granite, the old decomposed granite, about 2-inch layer on there, and then I'll put about a 1-inch layer brand new stuff on top of that, so I can utilize this as the fill, so I didn't have to throw that away, so I had something to use it with. And I didn't want to just use this as the decomposed granite all 3 inches for the entire thing, because it's intermingled with dirt and all kinds of stuff from being in there 25 years old, you know what I mean? And obviously I didn't mention I told you before, if you watch those videos, I still have to figure out where these landscape lights are. We're going to take these landscape lights out. We're going to get new landscape lights. We're going to decide, do we want more? 2. This one doesn't have to be there. It could be over there. The first one could be there. Another one could be there. Another one could be over there. One could be over there. We could have a light shining up into the bush or something, you know. So I've got that digging to do too. There's always something to do with landscaping, and if you do it yourself, you're gonna save big.